Hello and welcome back to George's Gaming Guide. Today, me and Dad are going to be doing the long overdue review of the UCS Razor Crest, set number 75331, and this is made out of 6,187 pieces. And this set measures over 9 inches or 24 centimeters high, 28 inches or 72 centimeters long, and 19.5 inches or 50 centimeters wide. So now I'm going to hand you over to Dad to go over the minifigures.
So we'll start off with the plaque that you get in all the UCS sets. So I really do like the design of the plaques with the blue images of the ship on it. So as you can see, it's the Star Wars Razor Crest. The model of the ship is an ST-70 assault ship. Its actual class is a gunship. The length is 24.3 metres long, so quite a big ship. It has two weapons, which are both forward-mounted repeating heavy laser cannons, and the owner is Din Djarin, or better known as the Mandalorian. So the figures we get in this are actually really, really nice. So we'll start off from this end. So we have Quill, and Quill actually comes sat on the a blurg. So he just literally slots in. Now the minifigure itself, you actually build a little sort of pack that goes on his back. So there is a little bit of printing, so sort of a belt that's under the level of that. I think there is actually a little bit at the top as well, but it gets completely covered. I think the head and face on this is fantastic. It looks so much like the character in the actual series. And the printing on the body is really nice because it's got like the chain going around and his belt. And he's got the sort of children's legs because he is such a small character in the program. And the blurg itself is fully brick built. It's quite a nice little build, this actually. I think they've represented the creature really well. Its mouth doesn't open or anything; it's just solid. But I don't think it really needed to. I think the eyes are probably unique to this. They look a bit like a dinosaur eyes, but I think they are actually unique to this. And overall, yes, it's a nice addition to the set. And as I say, I do like the Quill character. I think the printing on this is really good, and I've just broken it, so living up to my name. Yeah, just broken it, there we go. So put it back there. So next we have the Mithril. So the Mithril is one of the creatures in the Mandalorian series that's the Mandalorian captures. So you do actually have him in the handcuffs in this. The printing is quite nice, but because it's all quite muted colours, it's all sort of blacks and browns. So it's hard to see unless you're getting the right light, but there is actually quite a lot of detail on there. The head itself, I think, is really nice. You've got the printing through the 360 degrees of the head. I think the facial features are really nice on this, and another really nice minifigure. Then we come to the two that we've got lots and lots of. So we have the Baby Yoda. So he's actually stuck in there really well, so I've just pulled his head off. There we go. So it's the same as we get in the other sets. So it's a single piece for the body and then sort of a rubberized head. I think the features on the head are really nice. It's got really, really cute eyes. So just like in the series. So I do like that. I say we have got quite a few of these now because the minifigures are the same in all the sets that have Grogu in. And on this one you actually get his little pram that he gets as well. It's a nice little design. Could be a little bit more detail because it goes right over the top of him in the series. But I'm quite pleased with that. And as I say, he fits in quite nicely, and he does actually look quite cute when he's inside. And then finally, we have the main character himself. So we have the Mandalorian. I don't think there's any difference on this compared to any of the other Mandalorians. But the printing is really sharp. With his knee pads and the armour that he's wearing. Just looks really, really nice. Under his cape, he's got the same nice printing as well, so you can really see the older armour he has before he gets his full Beskar. And of course his Beskar helmet, and then his trademark gun as well. We have actually got it hidden in the escape pod, but you do actually get a hairpiece with him. Because, as I say, in the series he was taking his helmet off, which is why you know him as Din Djarin rather than just the Mandalorian. So you can put him with the hair on, but realistically, he's the Mandalorian, should have his helmet on. But I think the collection of minifigures you get in this set is actually really nice. As I'm really pleased to put Quill in this, because I think in the series I like his character, and it was nice to see that represented in this set. So now we get on to the review of the main sets. Let's move the minifigures out of the way.
And just to let you know, there are 3 out of the 4 minifigures that are unique. They are the Mandalorian, the Mithril, and Quill, and the only minifigure that is not unique is Baby Yoda.
Yeah. I forgot the Mandalorian's actually unique, isn't it?
Mm. I think it's like variation with his armour, I think. But yeah, so I am going to read because there's a lot of stuff with this set, so I'm looking at something, so I do apologise, I'm not looking at the camera the whole time. So I will read the thing, and then because Dad is so cool, is self-proclaimed to be big and strong, he's going to move the stuff off the model. So firstly, the engine blocks do actually lift off, which is quite nice.
So before we take the engine blocks off, then we just try and rotate this over a bit. So I think the detail on the top of this is actually really nice. There was not too many stickers on this, and I think it works quite well. You can see some down the side of the cockpit, and then the yellow lines actually on the side of the Razor Crest are plates. So that's quite nice. Not plates, tiles. So that's quite nice, and the colour actually matches really well between the stickers and the tiles. So I'm really pleased with that. But so I think the detail on this before we start taking it apart is fantastic. I'll try and move it around as far as I can while it's still on the camera. I say the engines and everything I think just look really, really nice on this. So I'm going to take off the main part of the engine block. So nothing on this is actually held on by a lot of studs. It basically just sits on sort of 3 or 4 studs to hold it in place. So if we take the engine block off itself, in fact I'll hand that to George because we have the little escape pod there, so George can talk about that in a moment. So I say the engines on this I think are a really, really nice design. I didn't like them on the smaller version of the Razor Crest. I thought that there just wasn't enough detail there. I think on this it just looks absolutely fantastic. Now a little tip when you're building this, where you have these chains on it, I've actually left one of the links out compared to how many it said to put on in the build, because it was sagging a little bit. I think taking that one link out, it's a really, really nice fit. Well, it does go in slightly there, but to be honest you can't see it, but for me it looks a lot better, and we did that on both the front and rear to take that one link out. I would definitely recommend doing that if you build this set.
Also, if you did just hear something going about in this, that would be the Mandalorian's hairpiece. But there's something I would like to mention about the escape pod, which if you are a very close eye, if you have a very close eye on Lego, you will notice this. The escape pods between this and the second most recent Razor Crest that came out, that is not one of the smaller ones, is pretty much the same size. So I think that's a bit of a shame. I think it was either the other one they could have made a bit smaller, or this one they could have made a little bit bigger.
With the other one, I think the issue with making the other one smaller was they still need to fit a minifigure in.
Yeah, but that's the only problem I have with this, is it's the same size, and it shouldn't be the same size. But other than that, it's very basic, you know, it's a little window, that's pretty much it. I mean, I think you can get into this.
Yep.
So you can just lift the top off, but again, inside, very basic. So honestly, I was a little bit disappointed with this. Overall, I think it is somewhat nice, but I was a little bit disappointed with the escape pod that we were given from Lego. So I'm gonna see if I can beat Dad's proclaimed strength and see if I can lift this off. I can. So obviously you can see where the escape pod will just lock in right here. Got the same on this piece as well. Just shows you where it'd lock in. This does just come off. very, very easily. And the actual cockpit roof can come off as well. I believe the cockpit can come out of the set as well, can it not?
Yep, and I've just broken it, so again...
What a surprise.
Living up to my name. There are a couple of pieces on this that you have to be very careful when you're opening them, because it can come disconnected quite easily. Now this one, the actual issue is it's designed to lift slightly, I think, so you can actually put that one underneath. If you lift it too high, it actually comes off the studs on the inside of it. But yeah, that's designed so when it's on, you can put the other piece underneath and then lock that down on top of it just to get those nice lines. The cockpit itself, I think, is really nice. It is printed, so there's no stickers to have to worry about putting on here. You have to put a stick on the middle bit that sort of goes to the two side bits. So the side bits are nice moulding and printed, and then the other bit is a standard Lego piece, so you can just put the sticker across it. Nothing really fancy about it, but I think it works really well. And I like the fact that they've made it so it's easily removable. So although we won't use it as a play set, it is actually quite good as a play set with the amount of things that you can open up and the access you have inside it.
So can you just tilt the model that way? And we will do our best to go over what's on the inside. So you may see these two bits here. These are two carbon freezing chambers, I believe.
Yeah, let me just try and take one of those out. So you get two of these. They've got different stickers on each one. So that's quite nice. In fact, let me get it one out so you can see both. So say you've got two different species. Try and get the light on them. Not very good at trying to do this in the camera. So that's quite nice. So I do like the designs on them. So let's put this back over again.
To be honest, there's not really much on that wall. There's those.
Yeah, there's like a doorway, but the doorway doesn't go to anywhere.
So can you just spin the model around?
Yep.
Come on, it's not going to bite.
It's about to fall off the table.
So over here, which you won't be able to see because it's too dark, but right here we actually have Boba Fett's armour, which is obviously given to him.
Yes.
And then
That's about to see it.
in here you may notice these two doors. Now I'm going to see, because I'm looking from the same perspective as you, so I'm going to see if I can get the doors open. Oh. Nope.
Oh, we'll just take it out then, you can see what's in it.
That's not what I meant to do. But now I can open the doors and show you the gun case. So that is 3 pistols, 1 sniper, and then 1 silver assault rifle. So they are obviously the weapons he's collected from bounty hunting.
And it only sits on 2 studs, which is why it was so easy for it to come out.
No, you're supposed to say this was my brute strength. I
Really?
snapped it off the wall, yeah. Sorry, just some inside jokes going on there.
Well, I don't know why there's a sort of thing on top of it. It looks like a warning for Grogu. I don't know why that's on top of the gun cabinet.
No, it's so don't go inside.
Yeah, but why is it on top then?
Maybe it's a Grogu doormat. Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, Lego. Now, here we go. So this is a part of the cockpit. This is the bit that comes out. So this door does open fully, which is rather nice. Now you may see this here, which some Mandalorian fans might be able to recognise, but these are the frog eggs that Grogu keeps eating. And then other than that, there are 2 seats and just a corridor.
And you'll see the sort of extended stud here. That's so you can actually put the pram in this. If you didn't have the extended stud, you wouldn't be able to sit on it. And then you've got the clip at the back, which is actually for the Mandalorian's weapon, so it's nice that they're actually giving you somewhere to put them. And it fits in really nicely. So again, I'll try and tilt this over properly so you can see inside it. So you can see there you've got another seat, well you've got the main pilot seat in there, and you've got a piece that represents the control with the knob on top of it that Grogu keeps stealing. And then further down inside you've got, as I say, just a little bit more You've got like the bed in there and a couple of bits. So I think it's nice that they're giving you all that extra space inside, so you can actually fit all the characters in properly. On both sides, oh, there's a ladder going up as well. On both sides of this, there is actually an opening hatch. And I'm breaking everything today.
What a surprise.
And I do like the fact that it's actually got a little bit that comes down, so the hatch, oh, it's not on the camera. So the hatch will actually reach the floor. So that's nice that they've actually done that. So rather than having one of these as the hanging hatch, which we've seen in a couple of models previously, and as I say, you do actually have one of those on either side, and it folds in quite nicely. Sometimes you have to just push it down from the top a little so it slides in, otherwise it catches the top. I think the feet on this are actually really nice as well, and I think it works really well. I think the design of it is pretty good. And then we've got the massive guns at the front. I don't know if you wanted to say anything about the guns on it.
Obviously they are the two-fold mounting repeating heavy laser cannons, so these things pack a punch. You would not want to be on the other end of these. These are the height of weaponry, I think, for this kind of a ship. And obviously this was a gunship, so as the inside is huge as it would be, because it's supposed to carry troops. Well, it's not troop transport, but like the Republic gunship. So it would be the same kind of purpose. Now, I do not believe there is any moving mechanism for the guns.
No.
No, so they are static. They are identical, I believe. And I think they've gone right on the jackpot for the guns. I think they look amazing, and Lego has done an absolutely incredible job by making them look like this. It is absolutely great, and I think they've done really well.
Yeah, one thing I'd like to try and show is, I don't know how easy it's going to be to see, is just the amount of controls that you've got around the cockpit on this, on both sides. They actually go under the top bits, and there must be, I think most of them are printed. There was only a couple of stickers, wasn't there? Or were they all printed actually?
No, they're all printed, I believe.
Yeah, and there must be 12, 14 different tiles there that have got printing for the controls. So it's the detail on that is actually really, really nice. And then there is one final bit which opens up, which is at the back here. Now it's got two sort of piston bits. Occasionally when you try to pull this down, I do find that the studs come out. So the best thing to do is actually have your finger on top of the centre of it when you push down, and then the piston works quite well. And again, you have the fold out bit to make sure you get a nice solid attachment to the floor when it's down. And I think that's really nice. Again, doing lots of turning around on this set. So you can see throughout the whole, or just about, I think it's too dark in there. You can see throughout the whole ship. So that's really nice. And the detail on this is fantastic. And I think out of the UCS sets we've got, this is probably one of the nicest looking sets.
Yeah.
I think the way they've done the shapes and just the sleek lines of it just work really, really well. And to show you how easy this is to get back together, let's put these in first.
And then we will attempt to put this back together. Whether it will be successful or not is yet to be determined.
Yeah, it goes together in quite a few bits to try and get all the angles for the ship, because I say there are some very, very strange angles on this. So that's the one that goes at the front.
See what I've got to deal with here.
I'm seriously living up to my name tonight. Did you want to put the inside of the cockpit in?
Yeah. Let's see. Come on. Yes. Sorry. Like I'm as you can tell, I'm very happy that I actually managed to do that.
Okay.
Oh. It's certainly it won't. It doesn't want to sit on the studs. See, I almost got there. Some people may think I did not almost get there, but just let me have this.
Yeah, since it's true. Okay.
It's still on the studs. It's sitting What's that?
Yeah.
That just leave it. We'll sort it out.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out. You can see.
There's four. Oh, okay. There's 4 studs it sits on just to hold it in place.
You can see with us, we're not exactly bodybuilders.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'm like skin and bones. So.
And then this bit just literally slides in the middle.
Did you just say that you're a bodybuilder?
No.
Yeah, you just said yeah. Speak for yourself. You?
No, I'm not weak.
More than me?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, at least I train running like a bodybuilder. Sorry, this is going off track. Just trying to torment each other at this point. Let's get back to the video.
So, as you can see, it actually goes back really easily. And it's hard to see where the seams are in it. So, I think that's really well designed, to be honest. I just think this is a fantastic model.
I thought that broke for a second there, like properly. It was like it took its hand away. It was like.
Yeah, I think it has come off a stud.
There's also. There
you go, that's back on.
Okay.
I say, I'm seriously living up to my name breaking dad on this review.
It's like the Homeland House all over again.
Yeah.
That was a disaster.
But I think the build quality of this, despite what it looks like tonight, is actually really good. As I say, you do have the couple of pieces like the ramp at the back where you have to be careful the way you open it, because otherwise the studs will come off. But it's because it's quite. I don't mind it being like that because it's a nice, tight sort of hydraulic action on it.
Yeah.
So it holds the door wherever you put it. So it's that I don't have an issue with.
Yeah.
So you just have to be careful.
Stop motion would be pretty cool. We're like running and it's like going. And they got like jump in or something.
Yeah.
So it's like halfway down. I think that'd look pretty cool. But yeah, overall, I think that this is an absolutely incredible model. Lego's done an outstanding job on it, and I would really recommend it. Have you got any final words?
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of the best UCS sets. There's listed on.
Just leave it. We'll sort it out after the video.
Okay, that's it.
That's to fix everything.
Yeah, I think the representation of the ship that you see in the series is fantastic on this. I love it. I think the way they've got the angles. There's some very strange techniques when you're building it to make sure you get these angles on all sides of these. It's a little bit awkward at times, but overall, I think by doing that, it's given a ship that looks fantastic. I think this is such an iconic ship. You know, despite how young the Mandalorian series is, this was an instant hit. The ship. It's just. I don't think you could talk to anyone who's in Star Wars that wouldn't know what this is. And yeah, I think Lego have done a great job representing that. So it's definitely one of those that I'd recommend. Make sure you get it while it's still in production, which will hopefully be a little while yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely one to get into the collection.
But yeah, so overall, obviously we both think this is an incredible set, and we would really recommend it. And yeah, so thanks to you, and we'll see you next time.
We really hope you enjoyed the video. We'd love to hear your comments on what you think about this set and the other UCS sets that we've reviewed on the channel. Please give us a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to George's channel. And watch out for next Sunday's video, which is going to be a build I'm really looking forward to of the new Batcave Shadow Box.